Welcome back. This is the last video in the series dealing with mixing and matching a powered PA top with the JBL Partybox 320. So go back and see some of those previous videos. I matched it up with the one I recommend the highest. If you have the money, the Everse 8, that would be the best combination. Next best would be the Mackie Thumb Go, which is a great combination. And then the last video I made on this pairing was the 320 matching with the Alto Busker, which is also pretty good, but just not as good as the other two. So we're gonna call this video All in the Family because the JBL Partybox 320 is being matched with the JBL Compact, which is a PA speaker. It's been out a number of years. I've had it a number of years, but it's still selling. It's $550. It was $600, so it's come down a little. And it's an 8-inch speaker. It produces 112 dB. Now that is fairly high, and the reason is it's a PA speaker. The way it's designed is a throw, and it has some volume. And in comparison, the 320 is a Partybox speaker. That maxes out at 106 dB. So the top at 112 is twice as loud. Actually, if people have asked me how loud would be two 320s, you would only gain another 3 dB. That would be about two 320s would be 109. So that top, the JBL Compact, is louder than two of the 320s paired up. So it's fairly loud. But in comparison to other comparison to other PA speakers, it's about middle of the road. For example, the Mackie Thumb Go is louder at 115 dB compared to 112, and the Everse 8 is a next level up at 121 dB. So that's where you're spending the extra money. By the way, the Everse 8 is $200 more at $750 compared to $550. So who is this system for? This system is for someone who has either or. Maybe you have the Compact and you're looking for more bass. Well, the Partybox 320 will provide that. It has excellent bass that goes down to 45 hertz, which is almost standalone subwoofer performance. It also the 320 has much smoother mid-range, again, because of the larger cabinet and probably the larger woofer size of the 320. So it has more of a hi-fi mid-range that would be added to the 320. To be added to the Compact. Or this system could be the opposite. Someone who already has the 320 and you're looking for more volume. For that exact question that many people are commenting, asking me, I want more volume. Should I get a second 320? And my answer has been pretty much across the board, no, unless you need stereo. So, like I said, another 320 will only give you another 3 dBs, where a PA speaker like the Mackie Thumb Go, this speaker, 112 dB, or even the Alto Busker, which is 106 dB, that will give you really good volume for your money. So that's your choice. Personally, I wouldn't go out and buy the JBL Compact if you have the other choices, but do your research. Most people who go with the JBL Compact over the others are musicians because it has a third input. Most of the other portable battery PAs have only 2 inputs. This has 3. That makes it unique, and a lot of acoustic guitarists, vocalists go with the Compact for that simple reason. But like I said, if you have the money, there's better options out there, in my opinion. So this is a completely portable system, totally battery powered. The Compact has internal battery with a swappable battery that's easily replaced. And the new 320 also now has a swappable battery that the previous 310 didn't have. The hookup is super simple, 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch cable. I'll show you the hookup. And that cable is about $20 for a 15-foot run. Speaker stand, that's about $50. So it's a very compact system, portable, And it's a good way to go. Maybe something like small parties outdoors, pool parties. I use it, go to the park, or something like the beach, if you live near the beach. So this is a very mobile setup. The Compact has a very nice high-end, decent mids, not something I would really talk about, but the high end is really clean. And again, you're not going to get much lows from that type of speaker. That's why pairing it up with either a dedicated subwoofer or something like the Partybox series really makes it into a great full range solution. So this system sounds really nice. And the Compact has an app that maybe you've read about, good or bad. The good is it's been out, like I said, the app has been out for about 2 years now, and they have continued to do firmware updates, and they're making it better. Unfortunately, they're not done yet. There's another update coming out next month, so they still have issues with it, and many people have been frustrated with the app and have returned the speaker. And that goes for the whole JBL line. I'm talking about the Mark II, this speaker, the Compact, and I'm trying to think of the other Eon One speaker, larger than the Mark II, but I can't remember it offhand. But yeah, they all run on the same app, and they all have some of the same issues, and they keep updating them with firmware updates, so they're slowly getting them better. But if you read comments on Sweetwater or on Guitar Center, you're going to see a lot of comments about the app. But I do want to stress that it is getting better. So basically what I do with the app is I use the 320 as my sending Bluetooth speaker. That's where I'm connecting my source to play tracks or whatever. And then I'm using the 320, I'm using the Compact to add clarity to the 320, because the 320 is bass heavy, mid heavy. It's rolled off a little on the high end. So you have the Compact has a really super clean high end, and it has an app that I can control from a distance, and I can bring up that high end, and it really makes a great combination. And I mentioned it before, I can add quite a bit of volume with the Compact. When you read the reviews of the Compact, you're going to see plus and minuses. Some of the minuses are as follows. It has a digital power on-off that has had reliability issues, and the biggest complaint is you have to press it for a number of seconds before it finally goes off or on. It's kind of like a pain that you have compared to the old style rocker switch, which is instantaneous. So a lot of people complain about the power switch. Also, early limiting, I mentioned that. They claim the app is going to be updated. They might address that, but that's an issue. You see a red light when you try to push the speaker. And one of my complaints is the controls are all digital, and so they're not like old school dials like the Mackie Thumpco has old school dials, but these are digital dials, and as you turn up the volume, like a round circular light lights up brighter, and it's impossible to remember where you were the previous gig unless you use the app. You know, the app will tell you exactly where you're at. But if you're just in the middle of a gig on the fly and you go to turn it up a little higher or lower, you can't tell where you were yesterday or the day before. So that's the real downside, in my opinion. You're really tied to the app. Definitely something that I think is a big negative. The Compact weighs 18 pounds, not the lightest. The Alto Busker would be the lightest, but you're getting an 8-inch speaker, so it might have a little better bass response than something with a smaller woofer. It's also been out for a while, so JBL support is very good. I can recommend them. You have an issue, they can walk you through things on the phone. That's definitely a plus. And also JBL, this one you have to look up. Their Eon series, on their Mark II and their other speaker, the Eon One, the larger one I'm thinking about. They boosted up to a 7-year warranty. I'm not sure about the Compact. It is part of the Eon series, so it might have a 7-year warranty. If it does, that's a great selling feature. Only Yamaha matches that with 7 years, and then QSC comes in second at 6 years. All the other PA speakers I mentioned, Mackie, Alto, they all have your typical 3-year warranty. So 7 years is number one. Here's the super easy hookup I mentioned. So the 320 is going to be your ascending speaker. You're going to go from the daisy chain out using a 1/8 inch cable, and you're going to go up to your compact. Here we go. And the compact, let me focus, has AUX in. That's your Bluetooth channel, but again, I'm stressing you're not going to be using that as your Bluetooth speaker. Luckily, using the app won't interfere with the Bluetooth connection of the 320. So that's it, 1/8 inch cable to 1/8 inch cable. And you can put it up on a stand like I have it, or you can separate the speakers 15 feet, 10 feet apart to get that quasi stereo effect. I would keep the 320 on the floor to get the best bass response, and I would put the compact up on a stand at ear level, like I said, about 15 feet apart. Here's what I'm talking about. The controls, the gain controls for each channel is lit up by this green circular, and as you turn it, it gets brighter, but there's no way of knowing exactly where you're at. And another thing I didn't mention is when you're playing outdoors in the bright sunlight, forget it. You cannot see the green circle at all. The only good thing here that I can think of is the battery indicator has that nice green bar that shows you it's up at the top. But again, I would prefer a digital readout by this time. Green bar might have been good in the early 90s or something, but I think digital readout is pretty common, right? So that's some of my criticisms. So this is the app that goes with the compact and gives you an idea of how I'm using it. I'm going to be raising where it says -8, that's the gain of the compact. I'm going to be raising and lowering that to blend with the 320, and the more you raise it, it'll give you a little more volume over the 320, or a lot more volume, it depends on what you need. And mainly I'm using it for the purpose of getting some clarity that's missing from the 320. Hopefully in the sound demo, you'll hear that clarity kick in. I'm going to try a short demo. So what I'm going to be doing is bringing up that gain of the 320, and then I'll be muting it. Just hopefully you'll hear the difference when that clarity and volume kicks in. And of course, the 320 will be handling all those low end. Okay, I hope you were able to follow that when the JBL Compact kicked in. I mean, here live, it was very obvious. It had all kinds of volume and all kinds of clarity. And when I muted it or brought down that slider, you lost that crystal clear high end, and you had all low end and heavy mid range. So the JBL 320 is not the perfect speaker, but when you add a PA top like this, you really bring it to the next level. So this test is definitely very successful. I can recommend this if you have the JBL Compact. This is a great combination. If you don't have the Compact, I think you can save a little money and get the Mackie Thump Go, which is even a little louder at 115 dB compared to 112. And it's a little cheaper to boot. And if you want to get the best combination, I would go with the eVerse 8. Spend $200 more if you don't need that third input. But that would be my number one recommendation. Okay, so this is the conclusion of our little test here. Definitely successful. I didn't mention the price of the JBL 320, which is $600 list. You can get it for $550. And so like I said, it's pretty simple system to put together, carry. Very successful. So I hope you enjoyed it. The only other top I would recommend that has the app function where you would be able to mute and bring it up at this instantaneously, like I've been demonstrating, and that would be the Bose S1 Pro Plus. That would also work fine. But the reason why I'm not demonstrating that combination is the S1 Pro Plus is more of a mid-range heavy Bose house sound, and I'm getting plenty of mid-range from the JBL 320 on the bottom there. So it would work. It would add some clarity, but I think the three speakers I've demonstrated, the Alto, the Compact today, Mackie Thump Go, and the eVerse 8, actually that's 4 speakers, I think those would be the better choice for clarity combination. So this is the last of the series. Hope you enjoyed. Go back and watch those other videos if you're interested, and leave comments down below. Hope you enjoyed. This is Bill. Later.